Hi everyone, I'm Chris O'Neill from Sew the Distance, and this is
Brendan O'Neill. How are you?
And we are here on day 29 of Christmas in July 2025 for the final Q&A.
How'd we get to day 29? That seemed pretty easy.
It was? Easy for you. All you had to do was put a microphone on and look pretty.
And I have to read these questions.
You do have to read the questions.
Okay, are you ready?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
I read through these. There's some good ones in here.
There are, yes. I keep them all week and keep adding to the list.
Okay, let's go. Have you ever or do you now or still sew clothing? And if so, is it difficult to adjust to the wider seam allowance?
Okay, so yeah, I do sew clothing, not often and not as often as I'd like. I think in 2020 I started again, and I do take a few classes and enjoy it. I do not have a problem adjusting to the wider seam allowance.
So explain, what do you mean wider seam allowance?
So for quilting, we use a 1/4 inch seam allowance. For sewing clothing, you use a 5/8 seam allowance. So it's a lot thicker. It does look weird, like you kind of have to.
Well, I would imagine you get used to that extra or whatever.
And a lot of times when I'm sewing clothing, I'm at my serger too. So it's a totally different animal type of thing too. So.
Well, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm clueless about the issues with digital prints. Can you share some more?
So I tried to find out more information about this, and I watched a video. Somebody had posted the video in one of my comments on one of the videos, and it was QT Fabric, the president of QT Fabric. It was on Stitch TV, which is a YouTube channel. I'll post a link to that. They were really hyping up the whole digital prints. They've been around for a long time, a lot longer than I thought. I think 2006 that they started. And basically, it's printing on top of the fabric. Like I said, I think last week, it's not like screen printed or it's not into the fibers. It's actually printing on top. And it's supposed to be more detail, stuff like that. QT Fabrics, as of the recording in 2020, only did digital prints. So that's a good clue if it's QT Fabric. Hopefully the technology keeps going and they get better to work with, but I find them hard to work with. Not everybody does though, I think. So I wish I had more information, and I am gonna, in August, look into that deeper and learn some more.
Yeah, if it's something that continues to grow, I'm sure it will get better.
I hope so, yeah.
So are you a kit person or a pattern book person?
Yes.
Yes.
I like it all. I like kits. I like patterns. I love books.
What if the pattern or kit isn't something do you like? Do you change the layout?
Yes.
Of course.
I'm very, very flexible. I think it's kind of like a quilter maturity thing. After you've been doing it a while, you kind of learn, when things are going bad pretty quickly. And it's not something you'd like. So yeah, I do change it. Have some fun with it. It's a hobby. Most of us, it's a hobby. Some of us, it's work. But most of us, it's a hobby. So, enjoy it. If it's going to be a struggle, don't do it.
So if I just sit here and be quiet, do you just keep...
Do I just keep talking? Yes. I said I would be better this time. I rambled. You should have seen it. What do we have, like an hour and a half or something that I had to edit down last time? And I got down to 30 minutes.
I noticed I
just
paused
kept
for a
going and going.
I paused to read and get ready, and I'm like, well, she's still going.
All right. I'll keep it.
I have seen the Quilted Forest YouTube channel. She puts a project in 12 different totes that are labeled 1 through 12, and then in a hat has the numbers 1 through 12. At the beginning of each month, she pulls a number and matches to the coordinating tote to work on that project. Have you ever thought about doing something like that?
So this is something years ago, I think American Patchwork Magazine, I'm going to butcher it, did this too. And they have an online presence, and then every month they would pull a random number. It's kind of a cool idea. It keeps you motivated. I mean, it would be great for the audience, and maybe in my habit videos I could do something like that. But for me personally, I don't like that structure. I want it to be able to work on what I want to work on.
Right.
I don't want to have to
worry
about a random number. I'd be like, yeah, no, I don't think so. I don't feel like doing that one today. So I wouldn't do well for that. But there are definitely people out there that would really do well with that structure.
No, makes sense. Will you consider in one of your future videos to give us some advice on the best way to add fabric to our stash? They're talking to an expert, I think. Specifically speaking, I have what I consider a lot of fabric, but when I go to make something scrappy, I have a very poor selection of blenders or different color fabrics. So for instance, what's the best way to buy a group of mixed designs of one color, yardage, half yards, fat quarters, greens, reds?
Okay, so this is a great question because I think a lot of people struggle with this. And for me, the first step is seeing everything you have all at once. And I have a video on organizing your fabric, and I have it all out. So I know where my holes are, what I need to get, and I have it in a list on my phone. And when I'm out and see sales or something at quilt shops, I will go to that list and say, okay, I need more greens, or I'm looking at my design, my fabric wall now. You know, you can tell I don't have a lot of purples. So I'll know to fill in what I need, and then that's a good way to shop sales too. But it's really just, it's a matter of just collecting the fabric and knowing what you like and knowing what you need and having that inventory and then going to sales.
Now, at one point, didn't you do a collaboration with a monthly?
Oh, yes. Yes. So what was the name of that? So it was a Sewers Club or something like that. Okay, I'll put the name of it here. I did. I worked with them for a good year back when I first started YouTube. And it was great. They send you a box of 12 different fat quarters, and you would curate them with they had a survey that they would use, and it was wonderful. So yeah, that was that's a great company. And I didn't stop because they weren't a great company. I stopped just because I got out of unboxing videos, other than Missouri Star's Christmas one. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
How do you prevent fraying? I starch with best press before cutting, but by the time I'm done with my quilt, it's a mess of strings on the back. In all the videos I see on YouTube, the fabric never looks like that.
All right, so first of all, let's talk about that last part of the question.
Sounds like magic of
editing. So, you know, I like to leave mistakes in, but of course people want to have a good clean tutorial too, so you got to kind of find that balance. But just because you see it on YouTube doesn't mean it's not something people struggle with. We have the ability to re-record or to edit or to do any of that stuff, so keep that in mind first. But the second thing, to prevent fraying, there's so many factors in this, but definitely keep sharp tools. Make sure your scissors are sharp. Make sure you have new rotary blades. You have a new needle. Anything that's cutting into the fabric in any way, including that needle, that can disturb the fibers. So if you have a nice clean cut, it's just like cooking. Yeah.
And woodworking.
And
if you have a
woodworking,
nice
yeah.
sharp blade, you don't splinter the wood when you go to cut it.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah.
Do you document your quilts and items that you've made and gifted?
So I do on YouTube here. No, I have a journal. I think I showed these last week too, but we'll show them again. I have a couple quilting journals that I have over the years. I have that green recipe box that I use too, and then blogs. And you can start a digital blog for free, I think.
Yeah, I think there's some free WordPress sites.
Yeah, and you can keep that private. Nobody's ever, unless they know the keywords and search words or the link, they're not going to see it. So it's private to you, and then you can even share it with your family that, you know, someday when we're all gone, they can go back and see what you made. So there's a few different options, but yeah, I do and I don't as much as I probably should.
And someone's asking here about an application, My Quilts.
Yeah, My Quilts is a new application, not affiliated at all, but I do have an account on there. I haven't played with it much, but I believe it's a way to organize your quilts and all your projects and keep track of them digitally.
Will you please do a tutorial for a cute wall hanging?
So I'm not sure which one they meant. I think it might be the owls. I get a lot of questions about this, and I do need to do a tutorial on that because I get so many questions. The problem with doing it is it's the AccuQuilt. It's an AccuQuilt die that I made that with. So unless everybody has an AccuQuilt or access to the die or can buy the die, I like to make sure that my videos are accessible to anybody, and that would kind of eliminate some of the population because the AccuQuilt system is expensive. So that's kind of why I've been holding back. but
But if
we'll
it's
see.
not the owl quilt or owl wall hanging, is there another?
Oh, it's this one. I don't know if it's, I think they're talking about the owl, but if it's this one, I have a video on this. I just have it made in a different colorway, and I'll link that below. It's a table topper pattern.
Or if it's something different you were talking about, just
Let us
follow
know.
up on the comments and Chris will take care of it.
Yeah, I'll be able to respond. Yeah, I know.
Did you forget to talk about a stuffed toy?
I did forget to talk about a stuffed toy. So in my inspiration video, well, like 2 months ago when I was planning this, I put the word out to give me ideas, things that you wanted to see. And somebody had sent me a picture of this adorable stuffed reindeer, and she told me all about it. It was felted, and she bought it on, or she bought the pattern on Etsy. I forgot to include it in the inspiration video. Womp womp. I'm so sorry, whoever out there, and I can't remember her name either, but I'll put a picture of it here. So that's another place for inspiration is Etsy, and these little felted animals. I mean, she did such a beautiful job, and I think she said she customizes them too for different things. But is this a good time? I wanted to talk about this too. I don't think I put that on the list.
Sure.
So this is, I got a lot of pushback for your coaster that I've only ever made you a coaster. It's a nice coaster.
It's a very nice coaster.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's adorable. And I have a video on this for the hexagon things. And I think this was one of the samples when I was working up the pattern, making sure I had everything right. So I made that. But I have another gift for you. It's a surprise. I made you a pillow plop.
Oh,
Pillow,
nice.
cell phone pillow. It's
Very
the same
nice.
fabric.
Oh, it's the same fabric.
It's the same. Look at that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So a whole, what, 20 minutes of...
Is it the floppy reject?
No, it's not the floppy reject. I gave you
Okay.
the good one. I gave you the good one. I did fix that one, though.
Did you?
I did.
Let's see here.
Oh, we should probably talk about this, too. I have 2 more things to talk about. I'm sorry. I'm just going to... Like the
You
Energizer Bunny.
gave me a job.
I know, I did. All right, Daisy. People have been asking about Daisy. Daisy did have her surgery last Tuesday. She's doing pretty well, other than she's only 4 years old. She had the TPLO surgery on her right leg, and she is starting to be a 4-year-old dog. She's not wanting to stay down. She's wanting to run around and be crazy, and we're trying to keep her down. So that's our struggle right now. But she's doing well.
Yeah.
Pretty well. She gets her stitches out next week, and hopefully we can keep her down, keep her settled. That's the big thing. But she's doing well. She did well in the surgery. Yeah. And then, last thing. I'm sorry. One thing, and then you can go back to your job.
I'll just sit back and wait.
Until I stop yapping. All right. I am participating in the Online Quilt Magazine Christmas event. They have an Advent event that's the 1st through the 25th of December. Right now is an early bird special. You get, I think, 12 patterns for free if you sign up now. This is a really cool event. I'm going to be writing a pattern for it that's exclusive to them. There's going to be all kinds of good stuff happening. You're going to get an email every day in December, and there's patterns and fun stuff and all that stuff. So if you sign up now, right now, it's just, I think, 5 days or something like that, you will get those free gifts. So I wanted to mention that because I kept forgetting to mention it. I'll have a link below. It is an affiliate link. I am affiliated with them. So that's, yeah. Usually I say it. Okay, I'm not. Okay, shh.
Now I can do my question.
Yes.
Okay. You mentioned in the past during the Q&As that this Christmas in July will be taken down in August. Would you consider leaving it up a bit longer so that they can rewatch segments?
So it'll be the end of August, so you'll have a good 4 weeks. But no, I'm going to take them down. That's a business decision. It's just a business decision. You might see some of the projects in the fall, but yep.
Might be up a little longer, but...
It might be, but
not much longer.
Not much longer, no.
What's your favorite thrifted, repurposed quilt craft? And what do you think drives your desire to repurpose and recycle?
Okay, so I think, well, I'll answer that first. I think it's my dad. My dad's very much a thrifter. I grew up that way. He's just very innovative with things. He comes up with the craziest ideas. And They're wonderful. That's kind of in him. So I think it's in my DNA. And then my favorite, well, I have two that I've shown. This is, there goes all my papers. This was a pillow. I got the pillow, thrifted it in Vermont, Burlington, Vermont. We were out visiting my son, and I found this pillow. It was during the eclipse, and right?
It was a month or two
before the eclipse. That's right, because we weren't up for the eclipse. No. But yeah, it was a month or two before the eclipse, and I found it, and I thought it was really cool for to represent the eclipse. I took it apart and I made it into this table topper, and I use it like New Year's stuff type thing. It's a little wonky, but I did save it. The other one, and probably my favorite, is this one. This is the garbage can quilt. I have a lessons from an old quilt video on this, and then I have how I repaired it and made it into what you see today because it was in really rough shape. I love this one. You love this one too, right?
I do.
We keep this out in the fall.
But when you say garbage can, it didn't really.
Absolutely came from a garbage can.
Did you wash it?
I've washed it now since repairing it, but yes, it came from a garbage.
I thought you were going to say no.
No, I did wash it. I did wash it. It's been washed many times actually because we use it. But that's probably my favorite. I pulled a few quilts out of garbage cans in my life.
I thought I made the classic mistake of being a lawyer and asking a follow-up that you don't know the answer to. I thought you were really going to say no.
No,
okay.
I did. I have washed it. I washed it many, many times.
So here's one. I've never heard of this term before. Have you ever faced a quilt instead of binding it?
So I have never done it. And
So for me, explain what facing a quilt is.
It's done a lot with modern quilts now, but what it is instead of putting an actual separate binding on, you put the binding on the front, but you pull it all the way around. And so it gives you a clean edge. It looks like a knife edge a little bit, but it's not.
Okay.
And it's not an envelope, like pillowcase. It's cool. It's really cool. There's a great video by the Tiny Orchard. My papers keep falling. There's a great video by the Tiny Orchard. She doesn't make many videos anymore. I loved her. I can't talk. Anyway, she doesn't make many videos anymore. I loved her. She was great. But I'll post it in the description.
Do you have a favorite block style and least favorite block? I prefer snowballs to half square triangles. I have much better success with snowballs versus half square triangles.
It's so funny because I don't like snowballing.
You're the opposite of this
I'm the
person.
totally opposite. I don't like snowballing. In fact, I would say that's one of my least favorite techniques or blocks to make. I do it, but I don't always have good success. I personally, my favorite, half square triangles, hands down. If I could only make one block for the rest of my life, that would be it because there's so many ways to lay it out.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like one block because every time you show me of turning it, I'm amazed.
There's so
like
many
magic.
things that you can do with half square triangle, so that's my favorite.
Next section, motivation. How do you stay motivated? Do you do much mending, like repairing holes in clothes? My husband always wears out certain spots in his t-shirts, and it's always the same spot on his jeans. I hate mending.
So I love this question. She went on to say that she hated it so much that she started writing words in the mending. So she used to thread strike. And I'm like, this is my people. This is my tribe. I love that. I don't do a ton of mending. Other than for my dad. My dad likes his jeans mended. And
Gets back to the recycling and upcycling.
Yeah, he doesn't want to throw anything out. And he likes it messy. Like he just like patches on them. Very simple. I use my Juki because it'll go through them. And yeah, I mend that stuff. I don't do a ton. I mean, sew buttons on. I guess I sew things when they tariffs. A little bit. So I guess I don't have like a pile of mending like some people do. I can see how that would get overwhelming. As far as motivation, I love what I do. I really do. So I have moments that I'm, like anybody else that I don't want to sew, but for the most part, this is my happy place. This is my therapy. I love sewing.
Do you have a hard time switching from work sewing mode into fun mode?
What's fun mode? I struggle with this, and I go through seasons where I am really good at separating the two, and then I'm really bad. This month I've been really bad at separating the two, but I try to take time, and I try to make projects that nobody sees other than, you know, my family, of course, but nobody on the internet, nobody publicly sees. And that kind of feeds my soul, because then I don't have to think like that. But it's hard finding that balance. And they say the easiest way to kill a hobby is to make it a business. And I can see how that could happen. And I try really hard to keep that balance, but it's hard.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, what rotary blades do you use? They are so expensive.
Oh, super expensive.
Like everything these days.
Yeah, really. I use the Olfa. They're my favorite. I've tried other ones, don't like them. And I buy them in bulk. I try to buy as much as I can in bulk because it's so much cheaper. Same thing with needles. Machine needles, I buy, I think, 500 at a time or whatever. I buy a box of them. And
do you sharpen your blades?
I don't sharpen my blades. I don't have a sharpener yet, but I think I'm going to get one and give it a try. Yeah.
Sounds like a tool investment for me.
It does. It's just a thing that you...
Oh.
It's nothing, you don't plug it in or anything.
No,
At least not that I know of. Maybe I need to, yeah, you just kind of...
How about a video on the Go Big?
So yeah, I think I can do that. I'm not sure if it's proprietary for putting videos out there, but
I doubt it.
I doubt it too. I can do that. Again, it gets into accessibility if everybody can't afford it necessarily. I just try to keep that in mind. I want my videos to be out there for anyone at any level and any price point.
Right. But audience members, even if they don't have it, I mean, they may be interested in seeing it.
They may be, yeah.
Right.
That's true.
Next section, machine questions. Do you do most of your own quilting, or do you send it out to a long armor? And do you own a long arm machine?
So I don't own a long arm machine yet. We've talked about it. He's been kind of pushing more than I have. I'm reluctant about it. So that's the first part of the question, right? And then the second part, or whatever, you know. The other part of the question is, do I do my own quilting? So I do a mix of sending it out and machine quilting. I like walking foot designs, and I'm getting pretty good at it and playing with different threads. But then I send about half of my stuff out too.
Do you use your Juki for the walking foot?
I don't love the Juki walking foot. That's probably the only downside of the Juki. It's an aftermarket, I believe, and it just doesn't work as well as my Janome walking foot, which is phenomenal.
So you told us you don't like the Juki walking foot, but what do you like about the Juki, and
goodness.
How much does it cost?
So I have the 2010, the TL 2010Q, right? Yeah,
right.
It's right here. I could look. And it was, I think, around $1,000 when we bought it. It might be less than that. I think there's newer models that came out. I'm not sure. So around there, it is an industrial, a semi-industrial machine. It is a beast. The thing is so wonderful. It's solid. It does the best straight stitch I've ever seen. It only does a straight stitch. It's easy to clean. It's easy to maintain. Very basic. And what it does really well. It also is a speed demon. I forget how many stitches per inch. I don't even, or per minute. I forget what it is. But I don't even have it turned up all the way. And it flies. It also can go through 16 layers of fabric. It's a beast. It's awesome.
With as fast as it is, why aren't you faster?
I know, you'd think I would be. It definitely sped up my quilting experience, my piecing. It definitely, but by far. Yeah.
Right. Where did you get the table that your Juki is on?
This is the So Easy,
right?
is it? I think so. I'll put the name of it here on the screen. This is awesome. It's stable, it doesn't shake, and it's lightweight, and I can move it around, and it folds up, and I can take it to classes. I love it.
I was just going to ask, is that the table you take to classes then?
Yeah, that's the table I take to classes, and I can lift it. It comes with a bag. It's awesome.
Nice.
Awesome.
It's a purple bag, right?
Yes, it's a purple bag that we couldn't find. I looked all over for it a couple months ago when I was going to a class.
You put your purple thing in
I could put my purple thing in it.
Okay, I have the same Janome machine. Are you strictly a foot pedal person, or do you use the start-stop button?
I am a pedal to the metal person. I don't use the stop-start. It scares me. I'm afraid I'm going to forget where it's at and try to stop it. I know a lot of people like that.
You don't even use the knee lift.
No, I don't like the knee lifts at all. I don't.
I don't get it.
I know you don't. I don't. In fact, one time I couldn't figure out what was wrong with my machine. And I was like, do you remember this? I forget which machine that was.
Forward or something.
I was leaning forward and I was like, what the heck is this? Why is my presser foot keep going up? Here I was bumping yeah, I kept doing that. I was so frustrated. But no, I don't even use that. I usually end up, they're on there and yeah, they are on there right now. And I usually end up taking them off if I'm in a big sewing session.
I think they're cool.
They are cool, but I just can't.
Okay, a couple organization and fabric questions. How do you store, organize, and store your pattern and books?
Oh, I have a prop for that. So here, I'll show these first. I have these binders, and I got this idea, I think, from Becca. Becca from Becca. She has binders like this, and she puts her patterns in it, and it really is wonderful. So I have them all in here. I have a bunch of these. I got them on Amazon. I think you buy them in packs of 3, and then I label them on the outside. This is organizers, so all the patterns for that. And I have a bunch, and then I got this one thrifting. It didn't have the guts in it for the recipe book. And I thought, well, this is going to be really cute for my vintage patterns. So that's what I do, and they sit on my shelf, and it's wonderful.
So that includes digital and paper copies and things out of magazines?
I'm terrible with that, too, and I think a lot of people are. The digital organization, I have them all over the place, and then I struggle to find them, and then I print them, and then I recycle them by accident. It's a mess. So I struggle with digital. I don't know. You know that.
Oh, yeah.
Digital organization is not my forte at all. I'm like,
we won't even go there.
We won't even go there, right? It's a mess. And being a YouTuber, you have to have all these backups and stuff, and he takes care of a lot of that. So I'll put it onto an external hard drive, and then he's like, "What the heck is all of this?" I'm like, "I don't know. Camera A, camera B, camera C." He's like, "What videos?" I'm like, "I don't know."
My document 1,
my document 2. I'm
Yes.
just terrible at that. So if anybody out there can help me, that would be great too.
Okay, what is the best way to buy a group of mixed designs of one color? Oh, I think we answered that one.
Did we?
Yardage, half yards, fat
For
quarters,
one
bundles?
One color, though, I think is the key.
Okay.
Yeah. So it really just depends on what you're making. And they used to have, and I have some, I got ready for this. They used to have these that were stripes, and I think there's like 5 or 6 different fabrics on one. I think they're starting to do some of this again. This is great. This was Joann's that did this. I think this is all I have left from it. But yeah.
So what is that? Like yardage, but there's different patterns within the yard?
Yeah, it's stripes. Let me see. I think it came from Joann's. Yeah, so you can see there's...
Oh, well, that's cool.
Isn't that cool? And that's not digitally printed. Yeah, this was really great when they did this. And yeah, hopefully something like that should come back. But if you're looking for... I like to have all my fabric out. I think I said that already. And I know where the holes are, what I need to buy. And then you can buy just fat quarters every time you go. If you need greens, whatever. Every time you go anywhere, just pick those up. I do that with thread too. I'll buy, every time I go to a quilt shop, I will buy an Orfil, a roll of Orfil thread.
What's your favorite thread?
Oh, Orfil. So Orfil, and I like Superior too. I like Superior for the different weights. I haven't really gotten into the Orfil different weights, but yeah, Superior or Orfil, and probably Orfil a little bit more.
Is that including the embroidery thread?
I don't, so this is another thing. People are surprised that I don't have a long arm, and people are surprised I don't have an embroidery machine. I don't have an embroidery machine. I have absolutely no desire to do machine embroidery. I know people love it. That's just not my thing. I find it to be too rough. It's not cuddly. I like cuddly quilts. Even labels people will make, and I'm like, yeah, it's so stiff. I don't know. It's just me. Lots of people love them.
Anything else on organization?
I don't think so.
Okay. Couple ironing questions, or iron questions. We don't iron, right?
We press. We press.
Right.
Iron's a 4-letter word. Yes, press is 5.
What iron do you use, and do you recommend it for us who don't use steam?
So I use the Panasonic. I don't know. It's this one. I don't think they make this one anymore. Actually, I went to look at them during the Amazon whatever the
Prime Days?
and they didn't have this exact one, and then I ended up not buying. I love this one. It is awesome. And I love it specifically because I'm a YouTuber and I can have this set up over there and bring it over here to iron when I'm on camera. Press, not iron. Press when I'm on camera. So that might be skewing my feelings about it, but I think it's great. I use steam. I know you're not supposed to put water in your iron. I love that and I just love it. I'm not going to stop using water. I know it kills irons. I replace it once a year probably because of that and because I use it so much, but it's just one of my business expenses.
Okay, so the little pink iron, you mentioned it gets too hot. What do you recommend for a little iron?
I don't use a little iron. I use this one. So
You just make do with
I do.
this one?
I do. I've had little ones, other ones, but I'm fine with this one.
When you're piecing blocks, do you spritz with water and spray starch?
Sometimes, not spray starch, not when I'm making blocks, unless it's completely done and not laying flat and behaving. I do use spray starch before I cut anything because starch brings in the fibers, it tightens up the fibers. And of course, I like the steam, and the steam's just gonna make the starch go away. So you have to keep that in mind too.
Okay.
So yeah, it's all balance. It's all balance. But
Do you starch everything?
No.
No.
It just depends on the project. It depends on the project, whether I starch or not.
What's your favorite starch?
I like the Flawless. I don't get any flaking with this. I also likeTerial Magic if I need something really stiff, but this is heavy finish, and I love this stuff.
What about Best Press? Everybody uses Best Press.
Everybody uses Best Press. This is Best Press. Unpopular opinion. I like it, but I don't love it. And I know people love this. I cut it in half with water because I think it's too sticky. So that's just my opinion. I know people are going to get upset about that, but oh well.
Oh, well.
Oh well. My tools, my rules.
Okay, a couple personal questions.
Okay.
What grade and subjects did you teach?
So I was a high school English teacher for many years. So I did literature, all of that in the mainstream classroom. And then the last 4 or 5 years of my career, I was an ESL teacher. So I went back and got my linguistics degree, got my master's in linguistics, and did that. And I love that. I love that population. I also have a special education degree, but I've never used that. I've never taught under that umbrella. And, but yeah, ESL, English as a second language. I love that population. Such a wonderful, rewarding job.
What's your favorite food?
My favorite food. I like it all. We're vegetarians, which they probably don't know that, right?
Probably not.
We've been vegetarians for about 10 years. Well, pescatarians. We sometimes eat seafood, but not often. And I don't know. I like ethnic food. So I love Chinese. I love Italian. I love
Chipotle?
love Chipotle. I love Chipotle. I always am like, oh, can we get Chipotle? And we get the sofritas for the vegetarian. But yeah, I don't know. I have so many favorite foods. I like everything.
Pepsi or Coke?
Oh, when I drink it, which I probably have maybe 2 or 3 cans a year, and it's Pepsi. Yeah. But I usually just drink water or iced tea, sometimes lemonade, but not really. Just water. Drink a lot of water.
Rice or potatoes?
What about you? What's
No, I'm okay.
Okay.
Favorite food? I eat whatever you tell me to eat. Guess what? I like Chipotle too. And Chinese. Pepsi or Coke? I don't really drink soda either. I missed this one. The pancakes or waffles?
Pancakes or waffles? For me, it's pancakes, hands down, with a glass of milk.
I like pancakes and waffles. French toast. I don't know what I would order. I probably
French
wouldn't
toast.
order any of those 3. I get oatmeal.
You get oatmeal or a bagel.
Or bagel.
French toast, he's a purist. Like,
Yeah.
don't put any jam on it. Don't put vanilla extract in it.
No strawberries.
No strawberries, nothing.
Yeah.
Just French toast.
That's how I like French toast.
Yeah.
Comedy or mystery movie?
Oh, comedy.
Comedies.
Life is too heavy The world's too heavy. I want to laugh when I'm watching a movie. There's no way I'm going to do anything else. But
Same.
you like mystery books.
Mystery books and
Or-
legal books.
Yeah.
That's what I read. Coffee or tea?
Coffee, and he makes it for me every morning.
Oh,
Yeah, every morning I come down to coffee
Fresh
made,
ground
fresh ground coffee. That was our pandemic hobby was coffee. Was trying all the micro roasters.
We did,
and
we
stuff.
tried a few.
So, and we had like a rating system. Yeah, that was kind of our thing. Anyway, is that it?
that's it.
Nothing else? Did we forget anything?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right.
What am I going to do next week?
I don't know. I gotta rest. I'm gonna be sleeping. And no, you're gonna be at the vet with me getting stitches out.
That's right.
All right. So, you want to take away our final?
I can say it with you, but I can never.
All right, I'll say it. You say it after me.
Okay.
All right. I hope you have a wonderful day.
Hope you have a wonderful day.
I hope you take some time to sew.
I hope you take some time to sew.
I'll see you real soon.
See you real soon.
Bye.
Bye.